In the middle of February, we went ice climbing with kids to Ouray, Colorado. As prep work, Vlad was gathering all our ice climbing gear, which included ice tools, you can see one on the floor, and crampons and helmets, all of this stuff. He fixed and sharpened crampons and ice tools and made sure that everything is fitted and is ready to use. My job was to make sure that we could actually ice climb during our ice climbing trip. What did it include? It included finding a babysitter or making sure that kids are not with us while we are ice climbing.
У тебя более модные, чем у меня. У тебя вон две, а у меня всего одна. У них нехватка была металла.
Ага.
Одна, поэтому у тебя более модная.
Ну конечно. Пилит свой коготь на модных своих кошках. So I went to care.com to find a babysitter, and I did find one 5 weeks before the trip. After we confirmed everything, we bought tickets. However, 3 days before our travel, that babysitter stopped talking to us. So on the day of the trip, we were not sure if we would actually have a babysitter at all. I will talk more about this later in the video, but we did go anyways, and it was a successful trip. On the day of the trip, kids woke up at 6 a.m. Our flight was at 10. They had breakfast at home, then they had breakfast at Starbucks, then they had breakfast at the airport while we were waiting for our first flight to Denver. We also bought a ton of food with us, and I had goldfishes with me. We wanted to make sure that we had a lot of food for the kids, and we also had a very short connection at Denver. Wasn't sure that there would be enough time to buy anything for them. The flight went really well, even though the little dude fell asleep by the end of the flight. About our babysitting problem. 5 weeks before the trip, before we bought tickets and everything, only one person responded to my request for a babysitter at care.com. There was one girl, so I talked to her, we discussed everything, and were generally happy with the arrangement. We thought it was fair enough, and she seemed happy. When she stopped responding, by that time there were 4 more applicants. So I did write to the last 2 who wrote to me, hoping that they were not occupied by that time when I wrote to them. And both of them wrote back. So I made the arrangements with the first one who responded. And she took it very seriously, fortunately. When we got to Grand Junction, she texted me asking if we were still on. So even though in the morning we were not sure if we had a babysitter, by the evening we were pretty sure that we might have one eventually. So I emailed her the directions to the house, even though I did send her my email address and phone number and the house address as well. And she showed up, which was very nice. And she was a really good babysitter. Kids were in love with her, and it was so easy. Everything was easy. After we got to Grand Junction, we did go to the store and bought food for the kids that didn't require any prep. So she could feed the kids in the mornings and in the afternoons before we get home. And that meant that we left the babysitter with the kids and had breakfast in peace by ourselves. So great. The first day we planned to go to Ouray Ice Climbing Park, which is located about 15 minutes drive from the city of Ouray. The park is about a mile long and has more than 100 ice climbing and mixed climbing routes. It's just amazing what people can do. To enter the ice park, you needed to wear a helmet and crampons. It was mandatory. So even if we wanted to take the babies with us, we wouldn't be able to because Nathan didn't have neither helmet nor crampons, and Nikki didn't have crampons at all at that point. So majority of the routes were top roped, even though you can be lead climb it if you want to. We were climbing there with a group of our friends. They got up earlier than we did and set up all of the ropes, and we are so very grateful to them because it did speed up the process. We didn't have to set up our own ropes. Thank you guys a lot.
Не, я думаю, у меня, кстати, есть 20 метров еще веревки.
Так вам надо вешать тоже будет.
Там нам не прикольно. У нас 10-метровая веревка.
Ну,
А там станция тоже не прикольно?
Там, если там нет понтин, там есть станции, которые вот так вот лежат, и их надо удлинять.
А на самом самом, на парке?
Там по-разному. Если... Вот там все-таки желательно, чтобы было удлинение, потому что анкер бывает не на самом краю,
Не, Влад, тогда
Ну, я
оставьте
пошла
себе,
тогда.
да, чтобы
Ну
мы...
да.
Не, ну пока что еще не...
Есть рама, там веселее. У тебя маршрут за прямо идет. Ты справа от дырочки, другая, а я слева от дырочки. Не, вам хватит ее через речку перекинуть.
He's right there on the wall. Can I check it? And Nick and guys are off
Tucker. Okay, see ya.
Yeah, I know. It's like every time I like have every like stuff ready in my car, it's like no mistakes happening. Like whenever I'm like out of town or somewhere else, it's like ding, 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 3 at a time.
Gorge, we saw two families with kids. Kids were about 10 to 12, 13 years old. That's my approximation. So we didn't really talk to the parents initially, but then at the end, when we were heading out, we did talk to some of the parents. We asked them what they did for kids' crampons, because normally kids' shoes are too small to fit into the crampons, and we were told that they found the crampons that did fit the kids' shoes, but the kids' leg size, feet sizes were not as small as our kids. They did rent out the ice tools, which were smaller than grown-up ice tools, and they think that those ice tools were modified from the standard ice tools that we use as grown-ups. So they are lighter and easier to use for the kids. Pretty amazing, we thought, right? It was a good day of climbing. After the climbing, we got home, released the babysitter, took kids out for dinner, And then we just had a nice evening with the kids, initially at home. After the kids went to bed at around 7:38 p.m., we went to a hot tub, which was in the house, and relaxed till I think midnight. So that was a very good ending of the day.
And I've got an idea. Nathan, over here.
Good job, Nikki.
You see this?
Nice.
These are like the fireflies. Well, maybe they shouldn't come from here.
Ай-яй. Что это такое? Что ты прыгаешь? Ай-яй-яй. Ай-яй-яй.